Guys, welcome to one of the most famous squares over here in Malacca. Despite its name, the Dutch Square, the history behind it is quite complicated. Malacca has been conquered by the Portuguese in 1511, then more than a century later, the Dutch took over. And in the 19th century, the British. So this square has Malay, Dutch, Portuguese, and British history. Let's check it out together. Take it together?
Oh, sure. Stand up. With the piece. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I wanted to blend in with the locals, with the Malay people. So I bought this baju Melayu in Kuala Lumpur in the last day. It's not tailored or something, it was already made. And it costed about 304 or 308 ringgit without this one. This one was separate and it was like 70 or something. And by the look of it, it matches with the buildings over here. I don't know why, but the color of those buildings kind of reminds me of Morocco. I don't know why. Little fun fact, the buildings weren't always red. Most of historians argue that they've been painted around the 19th century. So long before the Portuguese and the Dutch left. I think I found the equivalent of tuk-tuks over here in Malaysia. Those rishkasos, I guess you could... No, not rishkasos. Whatever, bicycles. They look kinda nice, eh? I'm curious if they have the same prices like the tuk-tuks in Thailand. Because if they do, then maybe we're gonna check them out later. Considering the fact that the city changed hands with 3 different colonial empires, I'm expecting to see a lot of forts over here. Also, Malacca was one of the most important trading hubs in the region because all the ships going to India and China were passing through the Strait of Malacca. So that's why everyone was fighting for it.
Even today, it's one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth, with roughly a quarter of global maritime trade passing through the Strait of Malacca. As I keep exploring the city, I come across this vintage railway carriage and one of the Royal Malaysian Air Force's earliest transport aircraft, acquired in 1962. Together, they serve as a reminder that this city's history doesn't end with the colonial period.
This is Bukit Melaka, and this used to be the Sultan's palace before the Portuguese came and conquered it and turned it into a church. Now, all the colonial empire used this hill as a strong military stronghold because it offers a 360-degree view of the entire city plus the Strait of Malacca.
The church you see today was originally built by the Portuguese, but when the Dutch took over, they repurposed it for Protestant worship and eventually gave it the name St. Paul's Church. For several months in 1553, the body of St. Francis Xavier, one of the most influential Christian missionaries in Asia, was kept inside this church before being taken to Goa in India, where it remains until today. lot of history, man, in this city. Can you imagine 3 different colonial empires just leaving their mark over here? It just shows how important it was. Not gonna lie, the view from here is actually quite nice, and it's free as well. So if you are in the area, make sure that you visit it. So guys, the ship behind me, it's actually a museum. It's a replica of a Portuguese warship which sank while carrying the loot the Portuguese took after taking over the city. I guess Lady Luck said no, not today, because the ship has never been found actually. Or at least that's what they say. Who knows?
Excuse me, can you put together with you?
Of course you can.
Yeah. Yeah, take photos together.
1, 2, 3. Okay, go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
Same.
That was cute. You can actually see the ship from afar, but now that I'm close to it, man, this thing it's huge. Can you imagine just sitting on this ship for like weeks or months and just traveling from one corner of the world to another? Too much, too much. Oh, there's actually AC in here. Oh, so good. You know, as much as I love this costume, it's kind of hot. And oh my days, the wood on the ship in the middle, when you have to take your shoes off, it burns. But yeah, man, pretty cool. Can you imagine all the sailors and everyone just cramped on this ship? That was not easy job, huh? Can't say that I envy them. At the time, ships like this were the backbone of Portugal's global empire, connecting Europe with Africa, India and Southeast Asia. Fun fact, some estimates suggest that the lost treasure could still be worth hundreds of millions of dollars today. So, if you feel lucky, good luck diving. The fact that the Portuguese loaded so much wealth onto a single ship says everything about how valuable the city became after its conquest. Inside, you will find exhibitions on centuries of maritime trade, navigation, and the ships that made Malacca one of Asia's greatest ports. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was kinda nice inside, and the fact that there was AC helped a lot. I didn't want to leave, but there's still so many things to see. I have to. Come on, Merc, let's go. So as soon as you enter, there's 2 guys taking pictures of you, and then when you go out, if you want, you can get a picture. It looks like this, and it's like 30 ringgit, which is I think £5.50. So it's a nice memory. So guys, it's a Famosa, which in Portuguese means the famous. And although it doesn't look like much, this building represents over 500 years of colonialism. It has been built by the Portuguese in 1511, as soon as they took over the city. It was part of a massive fortress, which has been unfortunately demolished by the British in the 19th century. It really reminds you that there's always a bigger fish in the sea, eh? I'm really curious how it looked back in the day, because this was protecting one of the wealthiest and busiest ports over here in the area, so definitely it was no joke. What Bugatti, man, what Ferrari, Lamborghini, give me one of those, I'll take it anytime. Class. Maybe not on white, but
Man, beautiful, huh?
This is Malacca Sultanate Palace Museum, which unfortunately I didn't get to visit, but for 20 ringgit, I believe that's how much the entrance is, sure, give it a try.
I really need some food and a cold drink. I'm gonna have a look around here. Unfortunately, it's Tuesday, but over here is nice to come Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It transforms completely. What can I do? I'm here only for today. Let's see what restaurant I can find. I want to try something proper Malaysian, or it's kind of like a Chinatown, huh? The smell of durian is killing me, man. I just cannot escape it since Thailand. I'm gonna give it another try at some point, but not today, not today. Apparently, the durian over here tastes different compared with the one in Thailand. That's why I kind of want to give it another try. I don't have high expectations, but I might as well since I'm here. Almost the same. You can't see it because of the clothing, but not much difference between me and him. Okay. Feels nice. Now let's see. So now that I regained some energy, I had some food, some drinks. I'm gonna head to the Melaka Strait Mosque, the last stop for today. Hopefully see the sunset and go home. Unfortunately, I only have one day here. There's plenty of things to do. Maybe I'm gonna list a couple of them in the comment section, but generally really impressed with the city. Again, same like Kuala Lumpur, very clean, very organized, really beautiful, really beautiful. Malaysia, 10 out of 10 so far. I'm gonna see a few more cities. Hopefully it's gonna be just as nice, but overall, wonderful experience. So guys, I arrived at the mosque and I'm already impressed. Look just how beautiful it is. Perfectly white and then with the colors, very beautiful. Of course, careful with the attire. Ladies, you need to cover your hair completely. Then if you have shorts at the counter, you actually can rent like a skirt type of thing. You will have to pay a deposit of 5 ringgit. They give you a ticket, and when you give it back, they're gonna return the money. Let's see what we have here. I'm very excited actually. So a little fun fact, the mosque is also known as the floating mosque because it's on this platform, as you can see, and then when the water rises, it gives the impression that it's actually floating. It's best to come over here during the sunset. You can take some absolutely amazing pictures. And the architecture, as you can see, it's a blend of Malay with Middle Eastern architecture. Let's see inside.
Despite being one of Malaysia's most iconic landmarks, the mosque only opened in 2006. Wow. You would think it's older than that, right? Also, something that I found out later is the fact that the tower which you see outside doesn't just call worshippers to pray, it also serves as a lighthouse for ships navigating the strait. So how beautiful is that? Inside, the mosque guides your mind and soul, and from outside, the light from the mosque is guiding the sailors. Allah sentiasa menjagamu. I hope I got that right. And it's actually so nice over here, not just aesthetically pleasing, the mosque and the surrounding, but the breeze from the sea feels so nice. Everything is just so beautiful and calm. I love it. I love it. And I think I like it a bit more than the one that I've seen in Kuala Lumpur. Like, don't get me wrong, that one was absolutely amazing. The sheer size and the color of the mosque. But I don't know. This one has something. What about you? Which one do you prefer? I prefer this one. I prefer this one. Very beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. If you are in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, make sure at least one day you come over here. It's only an hour, say 2 hours by bus. Definitely worth. This place alone, amazing. The mosque, the surroundings, the people, everything is so beautiful and relaxing. I'm so happy right now that I came, because initially I was supposed to go straight up in the northern part, but I was like, okay, it's close by, let's just take a bus quickly, and definitely worth it. Unfortunately, as I said, there's still a lot of things to see over here which I'm not gonna have time, but hopefully you're gonna be able to plan better and make the most out of it. Thank you, Malaysia.